What's good, everybody? Big Game James here. I'm at the DMV. Get my new sticker. Shout out to me right now. I'm not that dude, but guess what? Happy birthday to me today. Happy birthday to me. I don't know. He's a game time decision. I wouldn't mind resting him for real. But yeah, I'm just here getting my sticker. We're waiting in line to get my sticker. Hitting the big 4-9 today. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Libra gang. You feel me? Almost 50 in this piece. You feel me? Almost 50 in this piece. But just jumped on here to talk about these Cowboys Pats right quick. Shout out to everybody in the building. Anybody jump in? How you doing? I may not see your name, but what's up? I, I took some names down from these Patriots. Only guys that I think that Cowboys need to look at. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But I'm excited about this Cowboys Pats matchup because I want to beat these Patriots pretty bad. Like, I want to beat these Patriots bad. Dallas ain't beat these Patriots since maybe 2003. It's been a long time since they beat them, and I feel like when you're trying to get to your ultimate goal, there's certain teams you just gotta beat, and even these Patriots aren't a good team, but it's just the fact that they've been beating Dallas for so long. It's just time to slay this dragon and build a. And I don't want to just hope the Cowboys just don't barely beat these dudes. I hope they smash these dudes just because I never really liked the Patriots. But I want to beat the Patriots pretty bad. Obviously we know about Tyron Smith. I don't know if I jinxed him. I just made a tweet the other day saying, man, he's been great. He's been healthy. Maybe he was telling the truth about him being the healthiest ever. And then the next day, he has an MRI on his neck. I'm like, did I jinx this? Because I just made the tweet, said he was in great health, and then the next day he goes in an MRI for a neck injury. They said he got favorable results. But man, that's just gonna be the thing with Tyron Smith, dog. That's just what it's gonna be. You feel me? 2 to 3 games. I think this is a team. This is a team that you can beat without a Tyron Smith. This is a team that you can beat without a Diggs. Appreciating all the birthday love. Thank you for the player breakdowns. I might have another one today. I'm headed to the crib. I might have another one today, so check out for that. But I just feel like if you're gonna rest some players, this can be a game to do it. I just feel like the Patriots are not that good of a team. I mean, the only 2 teams they beat were the Texans and the Jets. The Jets, I mean, they're not a good team. We know that. That's why they were that high in the draft. The Texans are nothing. They weren't a good team, even though they don't have a Deshaun Watson. They play with a second or third round quarterback, David Mills, and he still threw for like 300 on them, 3 touchdowns. And the Texans really should have won that game. For real, the Texans were up like 21-9. They should have won that game. And just looking at a few things before, I kind of get out of here, go get this ticket. Just, Mac Jones, I think he's a good quarterback, especially for what the Patriots are trying to do. I think he's a good quarterback. I think what they want to do with him, it works in that system. But I looked at a few things from Mac Jones, and number one, he doesn't throw the ball good downfield. Over 20 yards, he's like 421, 21%. He likes to throw underneath. Appreciate you. Done did it again. He likes to throw the ball underneath, 19 yards and below. And he doesn't throw a strong ball. Now, I'm not dissing Mac Jones, but I'm just saying, looking at his arm strength, when I watched him in the Texans, he threw 1 interception in that game, but he should have threw 4. They dropped 3 interceptions in that game, and I watched games prior. He doesn't throw a strong ball. Now, he gets that ball out quick. 1, 2, 3 ball. And he has great anticipation. When I watched him in the Saints, Miami, Jets, just recently the Texans, he has great anticipation when he gets that ball out. It's like 1, 2, 3, he knows where he's going to go with the ball, and he has a quick release with it. And, that's a good thing for him. But he doesn't have the strongest of arms. And if he starts having to push that ball downfield, it flutters, and they're easily catchable interceptions. I can't believe how easily they dropped those interceptions in the Texans game. But you can intercept the ball. He's what, 5 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Has a good rating. Not playing bad as a rookie, but you can really bait him and sit on these routes. I think. I would love to see Diggs play, but when I was doing that play-by-play, I saw him get injured, and I thought this was an injury. He could play through it. I thought he was going to be out maybe that game when I saw it, because the way he fell and he was limping off the field. Then when I looked at it again, he was probably playing on adrenaline, and that's why he probably finished that whole game and did what he did. But that fucking freak, that ankle probably swole up, and after that ankle probably swole up, now it's like ginger. So my thing is, if you want to have a game to rest him, other guys are going to have to step up. Bring in a Maurice Kennedy. You bring in your Nahshon Wrights. Kelvin Joseph, he's going to be active, I believe, after this game. So you bring in those guys and see what those guys can do. I think you got a good enough defense now in that front that you can get after that front. When I look at their front line from the New England Patriots, David Andrews, their center, the two tackles, Isaiah Wynn and Justin Herron, a lot of pressures. Remember I told you, a whole lot of pressure, right? Well, Justin Herron, he gave up 14 pressures. Isaiah Wynn, 13 pressures. David Andrews, 10 pressures. That's interior and that's two tackles. Dallas has Randy Gregory, who had 9 pressures in that game against Nate Solder. And I told you, he was the weak link. He had gave up 11, team high 11 pressures and 2 sacks. Dallas attacked him. And even though they didn't get the sack, they still got enough pressure on the quarterback and Daniel Jones and Mike Glennon to throw them off their spots and the Dallas to get interceptions and turnovers, meaning Anthony Brown and Trevin Diggs. So you can attack the offensive tackles. You got still Terrell Basham, who's come alive, but Golston, he gave up 2 pressures. Your interior, who was playing like a godsend, he's third in the league in interior pressures, so he can attack at David Andrews. You can send spot duty with Michael Parsons against a Justin Herron because he plays the right tackle position. I believe Isaiah Wynn plays the left tackle, so you can attack Justin Herron. I think he's also given up 2 sacks. He's one of the lowest rated offensive linemen on the team. They got a good guy on the other side who's a rookie. But you can attack these guys. And then when we look at the receivers, Jacoby Myers, they got Nelson Allegor, Brandon Bolden, James White, Damian Harris. These aren't guys that are really guys that are going to really affect your defense if you play the game right. And I believe Dan Quinn is understanding of concepts and defense. He's been in the league long enough, so I think he believes I know how he can attack them, and that front can really attack them. The linebackers can really attack them. Jabril Cox is going to be playing more. So I think this is still a game where the New England Patriots will be offensively challenged. They shouldn't score a lot of points. You should be able to put high pressure on Mac Jones, and you still should be able to get some turnovers in this game because they don't have a strong running game. Dallas is 5th in the league against the rush with 79 yards a game, only run against. I know they're like 31st in the league and giving up the pass, but that's more garbage time that they say. Mac Jones is still a rookie. You can attack him. And then on their defensive front, they got some guys. I mean, the Matthew Judon, he has 6.5 sacks. He had 2 sacks the last game against the Texans. One of them, David Mills kind of ran into him, but he was a rookie. But yeah, he had 3 sacks in the Saints game. He's not super athletic, but he's active and he's strong. He plays stout. Christian Barrymore, the number one, their top draft pick, he's coming along. Josh Uche from Michigan last year, I think he has 3 sacks on the year. Chase Winovich. Jamie Collins Sr. is back on the team now. He's come back. You know, he's not what he used to be. Appreciate you for all the birthday love. Kyle Duggar, I like the way they use him. They move him all the way around. They move Kyle Duggar everywhere. He's going to play in the slot. He's going to play deep. He's going to play low. They play single high. He's going to play everywhere. And he's active. I like Kyle Duggar. And then they got a guy who's a weak link to me, J.C. Jackson. Like I said, he's been targeted 18 times the last 2 games. Tom Brady targeted him 11 times, has 7 completions. He's getting completed 60% against him. So those things Dallas can exploit. They have a top rushing offense, second in the league behind the Cleveland Browns, at 172 yards a game. Dak is doing his thing as far as being a slice and dice quarterback. 73 completion percentage, almost 74%, 13 touchdowns. You know it can be exploited. The offensive line is playing good. You got Dalton Schultz, who's playing all world. You still got Blake Jarwin, who you're not talking about, can have a slippy game. The offense, Amari Cooper had the little hamstring or whatever ankle, but he's playing good. You still got C.D. Lamb, Cedric Wilson, Noah Brown. They're good backups that you could need, and they'll get passes. Noah Brown caught a couple catches. Cedric Wilson. So you got guys that can make a difference. So I'm not worried about the offense. It's just this defense needs to attack this offense that's going to be offensively challenged. They don't really have a run game. The offensive receivers are even you can rest the Diggs this game because they don't have offensive receivers. They have a little bit of speed, but they don't have offensive receivers that are going to scare you. And you have enough defensive players now in that secondary and on that back end that you can mask this. And your front line and linebackers, LVE's playing really good. Cox is going to be playing more. You've seen Parsons, he's playing more of the linebacker, but you can move him around, bash him. Dorrance Armstrong Jr. is going to be out. Wilson is limited in practice, so you may see a Donovan Wilson back. They can play a lot of Jaron Kearse at linebacker because they do it anyway. So you got a lot of options. Randy Gregory, Brent Urban, you got Carlos Watkins, Osa, Bohanna. You got options that you can move along that defensive line. Bradley Anai. You got defensive pieces that you can use. So it's a great thing that the Dallas Cowboys, if you say Trevin Diggs, he's a game time decision, this is a game to me that he can sit out and Dallas will be okay. Okay? This is a game where if Tyron Smith, the neck is bothering him, okay, rest him. I think this is a game you can get by in this game. You might have to change a little bit of things on offense, but this is a game you can get by. Appreciate you. You can do that. So that's what this my kind of opinion on it, my speaking on it. I definitely feel like this is a game the Cowboys can win kind of big. They have the tools to still win big, even if guys are still hurt. And then after you come after the bye, then you get the Gallup back. Then you got La'el Collins back. You got probably a full healthy Donovan Wilson, possibly a Nelson Gallimore. Neville Gallimore can probably be ready because that'll be another 2 weeks because he said another 2 to 3 weeks that they're away. So this could be something that's going to be good. Yes, it's going to come down to coaching, but I like our coaching against their coaching. Bill Belichick, he's the guy, but I don't care how good of a quarterback you have. If you don't have the talent to really match that coaching, it don't matter how good you are. Trust me, I know. I've had a lot of talent when I coached, and when I lost talent, I didn't mean I was a sorry coach. This mean I didn't have the talent. That's what's going to happen. You can have all the coaching and great coaching you want, but if you don't have the talent to match, it's not going to work. And I think Dallas has a lot more talent than the Patriots. They're 2-3 for a reason. They really should be 1-4, and the Texans should have beat them, and they're not a good team. Texans should have beat them. So this is a game where the Cowboys need to come in and slay the dragon, come into New England and once again impose their will, once again show why they're a top team. Even if the New England Patriots aren't good, they need to continue to beat teams that are not good. You need to continue to beat teams handily, teams that are not better than you. And I think that's the biggest thing that's going to show. But I'm out of here. I got to go. They just called my name. Hey, ho. Appreciate you, dog. My dog, the ninja, for the birthday, $20 holler. But let me get in here. They called me for my to get my ticket. So I'll talk to you guys later. I love you. We'll talk more. Check out a video I might be having coming on my All 22. And just get ready for the play-by-play this Sunday. Love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. Big Game James. I'm out.